This next video rides on the coattails of our last one. Where there is death, there is reincarnation. This one is going to be a little odd, in the sense that we have been relayed pieces of the puzzle, and there is yet still much more to be known. Some we will know in the future, and most, by our deductions, we will never know. Because as human beings, we will never grasp. So, the instant your human body dies, you re-emerge into the non-physical. Pure, positive energy, bliss, joy, imperfect perfection. Obviously, everything that we learn becomes part of our universal consciousness. For some reason, it seems, we do not return right away back to the physical. Our human minds might jump to the conclusion of some type of rest period. But if time is a human concept, then why the rest? Well, we don't know. Moving on. When we are deciding to come back, we decide several things. Like, do we want to come back as humans? Or perhaps as a being from another planet? We decide what reason we generally want to come back for. Do we want to come help others? Do we want to feel things only humans can, like sex? Do we want to play games? I know it might sound morbid, but there are actually beings that think it is fun to come back and try to kill each other. Or do we want to come back to simply live and to be a happy-go-lucky person? Of course, it can also be a mix of many different reasons, or one main purpose, like Jesus Christ, for instance. Another thing we decide is who we will be with in our next life. For instance, who our parents will be, friends, brothers, etc. As we mentioned in our last video, almost always, those closest to us will be beings that were close to us in our past life and lives. Many times, we end up with one or both parents that were our parents last time. Our mom might come back as our daughter, even in the same lifespan. Our daughter from a previous life might be a stepdaughter in the next. And it appears that there might be something said for soulmates. Most people follow each other from life to life. Even though you might have several lovers in one life, you will eventually find each other. Even enemies will come back to be enemies yet again. There is also a pattern in a lot of beings where a lot of times they will come back with the same personality. Kind of like a lot of actors that always play the funny role, the villain, or the tough guy. Sex seems to be more dynamic. Beings love to experiment being male or female. Again, these are all averages or majorities. Some beings go off the beaten path and do something completely different. Some come and be autistic, which, by the way, is nowhere close to being a handicap. Others as transsexuals, or any other number of conditions that humans deem as abnormal. Remember, you peel off this skin and bones, and we are all the same. Slight vibrational variances set us apart, but we are all pure, positive energy nonetheless. I will end this with another autocurrence. Once we are ready to transition back into the physical, there is some kind of incubation phase, almost like a chrysalis or cocoon phase, where we go through a process of forgetting who we are to prepare us for human birth. All of it is part of the perfection that is us. Grace and everyone loves me.